Hello YouTube, what is up today guys? NonStop RC here, and today I'm here with my Slash 4x4. Just going to show you my basic setup. Right now it's set up a little bit, it's a basher, it's not a race car. I have it a little bit set up for my dirt track, but if you're looking for a professional race setup for a Slash 4x4, this is not the video. Turn it off right now, just do whatever you want to do, and go to another video because this is not the video for you. But I'm just going to show you my basic Slash setup, maybe some suggestions for upgrades, and just how mine is tuned and how it runs. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, using the stock remote control, stock system, stock chassis, basically the whole thing is just about stock. I wouldn't modify it too much, especially when you're bashing, because you know, there's really no need to, because Traxxas makes really good bashers. So as I said, I'm using the stock TQI, Bluetooth remote control, 2.4 gigahertz, never ran out of range on it, has plenty of range for reaction time and everything. So I'm also using a 5000 mAh Gens Ace battery. I bought this for 30 bucks off of eBay. I think the price has gone up, but this is a 2S LiPo. So yes, I upgraded to LiPo. I prefer LiPos over nickel metal hydrates. I'll tell you that anytime. They last a lot longer if you treat them right, and they just give you more power overall. So that's what I'm using. If you want to have more information on this battery, I have a video on it, actually, the unboxing video and the review video. So might have had a review video. I don't remember if I put one online or not. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is my suspension setup. I think I have 50 weight front and rear shock oil. I'm using Traxxas Steel GTR shocks. Are the adjustable ones here. And I'm using eRevo GTR shock springs to get enough spring rate. 2.2 in the front, 2.4 in the back. So we all know Traxxas shocks suck, and you really need the heavy duty ones in order to work. So that's why my Slash is able to stay off the ground, and it's set kind of low to the ground for some people. It doesn't have an LCG chassis. I didn't really consider upgrading that. Said stock system and everything. It's set up for my track actually. So that's why it's a little bit lower to the ground. That's what the suspension is set up for too. The next thing I have, aluminum axle carriers all the way around. Those are one of the first things. That's actually the first upgrade I ever got. Also got RPM A-arms all the way around, black RPM A-arms. I got stainless steel bearings. The whole car is stainless steel bearings. I got stainless steel screws. The whole car is stainless steel screws. I don't really like stuff rusting. I have aluminum lug nuts for my tires. I'm using bead locks I bought off of eBay, although I do not suggest buying these bead locks because these are not the best bead locks. I consider going and buying some Proline bead locks, using the stock tires on the eBay bead locks. Came in a set of 4 for 30 bucks. Couldn't really beat the deal. And I'm running a 54 tooth spur gear, and I think a 15 tooth pinion gear, so right in the middle. I think it topped out at 35 miles an hour. Now, that is not super fast by RC standards, but for somebody who's not racing and just bashing around, doing jumps here and there, that is plenty of speed for me, especially with the motor temp. I also considered putting some, I had a Valencion fan and a Energy heatsink. I had a fan for the motor, but it broke, and it's kind of expensive to buy another one, so it stays good the way it is. This really helps, keeps heat off the motor, and keeps heat off the ESC, just makes your car run nice and cool. I'm using the Proline Raptor Flowtech body, painted custom for the NonStop RC theme, red and black, you know, orange, stuff like that. And there's also a GoPro mount. It's my GoPro body. You've seen it recently. I showed a video on how I painted it. Also have RPM rod ends all the way around. I'm fixed to get a few more upgrades, I think, for it, but nothing too serious. It's never get an RPM front bumper. Get RPM A-arms, but not front bumpers. Never get that. I'll tell you why in another video. But the first thing I'm going to tell you is that I'm planning on getting Proline steel axles because I've had a lot of trouble with the U-joints. Other than that, there's not really anything to this RC car. I have some steel slipper pads, but other than that, it's running the same stock setup, and anyways, that's about it. That's my Slash 4x4 setup. That's how it's tuned and everything. It runs great. Just keep it out of sand and water, and it runs great. Just lasts me 2 years so far, and it's in one piece and working good. Yeah, I really need to change those bearings. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video, and see you next time on NonStop RC.